technologies, and the second kind of people who are upskilling themselves. So what we wanted to do was, we wanted to upskill people so that you guys are ready for the next generation. So I think I shared a news yesterday to everybody that government has said that we don't, US government has told that we don't need degrees for any government jobs, but we'll be selecting people on skill based. So imagine a situation comes to an end after the COVID and everybody starts recruiting based on the skill. So what is the skill which you want to possess? So are you going to just tell people that I have attended 200 webinars or 500 webinars, or are you going to tell people that I have a complete a particular skill and I have the ability to take this forward. So this is our sincere effort, and everyone forgot about Vision 2020 of our Abdul Kalam sir. There is big things set up, right? But unfortunately, we know what's happening to 2020. So we thought, okay, why don't we take it up, one notch up? So we thought, like, upskilling the students will be the, the best thing which we can do with the latest technology. So this webinar is exclusively for you to understand why AI, why artificial intelligence, and what are the benefits for it. And after this webinar, we will be unlocking a 7 days course for you. Each day content will be released and you have to complete those courses. And it is also valid for 2 months, and you can access it anytime within that 2 months. And during this webinar, we're going to have a lot of events, a couple of very good events. One is treasure hunt. So in one of the PPTs presented by our trainer, we have hidden a treasure chest. So if you know how a chest looks like, a treasure chest, right? So the person who finds it first in any of the PPTs or the presentation has to comment on the chat box as found it. So the person who does that will get an exclusive, gift from us, from our digital portal, worth 2,500 rupees, right? So we'll be looking forward to that. And the next one, we have a big quiz at the end of this program, where there will be a live quiz where everyone can be a part of it, and you can win exciting prizes. Yeah. So we have people, a lot of people joined in today. So I hope thank you for your continued support, and I hope you enjoy this webinar. So I'll be handing over the session to our lead speaker today, Mr. Srinivasan Raghavan. He has been with us for nearly 2 to 3 years now. We have done a lot of projects for government as well now, and also for corporate companies. So Srini, you there? You ready?
Yeah, hi sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, brilliant. Yes, Srini, I'll hand over the session to you now. Yeah, great.
All right, sir. You can stop the presentation. Thank you. All right. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? All right, great. First, let us see a quick intro, and then we'll get on with the session. Are you all ready? If ready, type yes in your chat box. Okay, looks like we are ready. And there you go. I hope the screen is visible. Let's start with the motto, why we are doing this.
As the Vision India 2020 to transforming India into a developed nation. We build on our strength, not on the weakness. The India should become a developed nation, economically developed, prosperous, happy, safe nation.
All right. So basically, we started this to fulfill Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir's vision. That is, by 2020, our nation should be awesome, just with the knowledge, skill sets of students. Therefore, we saw that artificial intelligence is the one of the best fields. Just think about 1 lakh people in India who know about artificial intelligence, how good that will be. And with that motive, we started this, and we have nearly trained around 10,000, 15,000 students already, and we are still counting. All right, let us start the workshop in All right, welcome to AIthon 2020. Let us get on with the presentation. All right, so artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? When we say the term artificial intelligence, our brain starts creating some, start creating its own definitions. It'll think, okay, AI is like this, AI is like this. Just say the term artificial intelligence to random people, then ask them, okay, what do you think, what is artificial intelligence? Each of them will be giving their own versions of what is artificial intelligence, what they think AI is. Okay, so basically there are so many AIs coming in movies, but we have a very accurate one. Which movie is this? Can I tell in the chat box if you're aware of this? Let us see who are all aware. Basically, I'm a very big fan of this movie. Okay, we got a few people. Terminator, yes. Good, many of you know. So this movie, if I'm right, was released in around 1987, if I'm right, The Terminator. So basically, this person you see here is not a person, it's a machine which looks like a person, okay? And look over here, at this point, it is analyzing which bikes are there, which bike it can choose to sit on, and so on. This is one of the most accurate predictions of how AI is going to look in the future. Hats off to the team, hats off to the Terminator team. They have done a very good job around 30, 40 years ago. Wow, that is really great. Now, look over here. They've got 3 bikes standing over here. Then this machine is able to see this bike. It is hidden. It is only visible until here, but then it is filling up the rest of it. You know how big of an achievement it is? That is really great. So basically, this robot is looking for, first of all, it's like 800 or 1,000 kilos. The robot weighs so much. Which bike can it sit on? Which bike can hold its weight? And second thing, it is looking for aesthetics. In which bike it will look good, and so on. And it is looking, right? It is seeing and analyzing stuff. That is called as computer vision. We'll look a little bit detailed on it after a while. All right. So first of all, let us clear all the misconceptions. Many people, they'll come, hey, do you know AI? Then they'll ask, do you know machine learning? Oh, I see. Then do you know deep learning? Okay, this guy has done a project in AI. This guy has done a project in machine learning. They'll be telling like this. Let us clear all the misconceptions first of all. So we'll see the branches of AI. In artificial intelligence, we have many different branches. First, let us see what is expert systems. Expert systems are basically, to be honest, they are if-else guys. If this happens, do that. If that happens, do this. It's a if-else, but not a very simple if-else. It'll be having so many if-else, probably even nested. So you can find around 50 to 100 if-else statements in a decent expert system. All right, next. In AI, we have machine learning. And in that, we have 3 major categories: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Yes, deep learning comes under machine learning. All right. Next, we've got natural language processing. What is natural language, first of all? Whatever we are speaking, whatever we are typing, basically that sentence, that is our natural language, whatever we are telling. That needs to be understood by the system and so on. Did you guys know that we're using NLP for so long? Where are we using? The keyboard you're typing, right? The Google keyboard or whatever it is. You're typing on it, and the next word it is automatically able to predict. Am I right? If you have chosen a wrong word or a spelling mistake, it is able to correct. And moreover, it is giving you suggestions. It is able to complete the sentence with your first half of the sentence. So that is natural language processing. Then we've got speech. I think most of you would have used either one of these, at least just for playing Google Assistant, Alexa, Siri, whatever it is. Oh my God, Alexa's making a noise here. Okay, whatever it is, you might have used it. So what do those do? Let's say we ask it, hey, what is the time? What will it do? Basically, it is kind of doing a lot of processing. Sometimes it'll take a while. We'll ask, hey, what is the time? And it'll take like 3 or 4 seconds, and we'll be like, oh my God, why is it taking too long? Let
Srini, someone has muted you, so just unmute yourself, please.
All right. I don't know where it was. Was it muted just now, sir?
Yeah. Just when you said about it takes 2 to 3 seconds for Alexa to respond.
Okay. Yeah, it takes around 3 to 4 seconds for one of those AIs to respond. It is because you know what happens in the background. You know how much of processing goes in. When we tell something to it, first thing it has to do is it has to capture it and remove all the external noises. We have so many external noises. Even now, in this presentation, you might have heard somebody had bursted crackers somewhere outside. It was a very powerful one. Even though I have a noise insulation in my room, it still was able to penetrate it. You might have heard it if I'm right. All right. And we also have a lot of noises, the fan which is running. And basically, if you record something, it'll have noise, guys. Our brain has learned to eliminate the noise, and then it'll let us know what we want to hear. For example, if two people are talking, if you're talking with your friend, let's say in a very busy area, in a very noisy classroom, or in a very noisy road or a fish market or whatever it is, if you two are talking, you both can hear yourself. All right, let me tell you, take your phone, turn on the mic, record the conversation. Okay, record the conversation, and after you come home, try to play it. You know what? What you're speaking will be mixed with the background noises, and you'll not be able to hear yours properly. So first thing, clean out the external noises. Okay, all the major external noises could be cleared out. And the second thing is identify the phonetics. When you say the word cat, how do you pronounce it? It has got phonetics in it. What are those phonetics? Ka, a, t. So cat. So identify the phonetics and then keep a list of them. All right. Based on the phonetics, try grouping them and forming words. Okay, we got our initial audio, we cleared the noises, we identified the phonetics and kept them. Okay, each phonetic is separate. The cat is, when we say the cat is, K-A-T-I-S, we'll have like 5 phonetics over here. Then the AI should learn to group those phonetics and form separate word. Cat is. Like that, it should form separate words and we'll get a sentence. Now comes the NLP. It analyzes what is the motive of this sentence. It'll analyze that and it'll do the processing, it'll do the analysis. Whatever you need to get, for example, what is the time, it'll go fetch the time and it'll convert those text to speech again. So this is what happens in a basic AI assistant. All right, then planning and robotics. We have a lot of stuff that is going on in robotics, basically industry 4.0. That's a huge improvement. And some people have already told that industry 5.0 is coming. Basically, those are all industrial revolutions. First industry they are doing with men and so on. You can just Google it out and find. All right. So the common misconception, here it is. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, all three are not discrete terms. They come together. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning, which is a subset of artificial intelligence. So all three of them are one. Okay, let's not make this mistake hereafter. All right. So people are going like crazy. Why do we need AI now? It's an incomplete question. What do you mean, why do we need AI now? Then when? AI was actually, the concept was actually built up in 1851, if I'm right. All right, in 1851, people came up with the ideology of AI. Then why wasn't the AI, processed back then, from back then? Why now? Guys, type your answers in the chat box. Let me see who gets it right. Okay, technology, Vishal says technology. All right. We have noted it. Very good, Maleshwar. Insufficient data, yes. Can you elaborate more on technology? Yeah, Ashwin sir, my data is low. Yeah, you're right. We'll hold on the questions for later. All right. Uday Bhaskar has asked what is the difference between data science and AI. We'll hold that until the end of the session. Yes, Vishal says processing capacity. Yes, guys, you have got the right answer. So basically, at this moment, see, every 60 seconds we have around 2000 terabytes of data being created. For example, if you take YouTube itself, almost all of us will use YouTube very regularly now in the lockdown. Am I right? Did you know that in YouTube, for every minute, 500 hours of data is being uploaded? Yes, we had a community meeting with the YouTube and we are speaking with them, and those guys told that every minute they have 500 hours of data. And if you look at YouTube's guidelines, you have certain rules and regulations that you need to follow when you upload the video. For example, copyrights, no unwanted content, and so on. There are so many guidelines and so on. Is it possible to manually check all those? Obviously, it is not. Therefore, they have their AI services running. So if you're trying to upload a video of a movie, that's it, you get caught. YouTube will find you and it'll penalize you. All of that is AI, and it does a lot of video processing. If you upload a 8K footage to YouTube, it is converting into 144p, 240p, 360p, and so on, right? So a lot of processing is happening, and it was also able to generate subtitles, automatic subtitles, if you have noticed. And there are so many features, guys. YouTube is using that much AI. All right. So the two reasons of having AI now is, first thing, we saw that we have so much of data. And the second thing is processing power, the computation power. Previously, do you know how big a 5 KB hard disk was? A 5 KB, 5 kilobyte hard disk was like the size of a whole room. And basically a very low powered processor, which has a few transistors. Those were occupying buildings. Okay, so if you look inside your processor, you'll have so much of transistors. Those are the building blocks. That's why you have something called as binary number, 0 or 1. If the transistor is on, it is 1. If it is off, it is 0. You'd have learned number conversions, right? Binary to decimal, to hexadecimal, and so on. Did you realize why you need that? Our machines use that. Our processor can process only those binary data, 0 or 1. But what we are viewing in your screen is so much of graphics. And take Python, a programming language. How are those zeros and ones converted into your code? Let's say print hello world. How is it being converted? There you have those translators, which are called as interpreters, compilers, and so on. Okay, so the concept comes like this. We know all of the concepts, but then we did not find a link between them. That is the major problem with our education system, to be honest. Off the records. Okay, keep it off the records. All right. Next, machine learning. Okay, sorry. Why I came to say that is those transistors now are in nanometers size. So your average CPU will have millions and billions of transistors for the computing capacity right now. But then, if you look at the older transistors, they were vacuum tubes. They were like the size of 2 bottles together. So then assume you need thousands and millions of transistors to achieve a very low computing capacity. How big of a size you need and how much power you need? Just imagine yourself. So those are the two reasons: data and computational power. Very good said by you guys. Now, what is machine learning? Basically, if you see machine learning, you need to do some kind of task, guys. You need to do the task and you need to improve on it. But how will you improve? Based on your previous experience. And whatever you're doing, you need to increase the performance. It needs to be extremely accurate. That is our motto over here. Moving on. What can machine learning handle? That is the very common question. So we saw sound, natural language processing in the beginning slides, and it can use images also. We saw in the Terminator 1. What is a video? Series of images, right? So each and every image is being processed. Basically, any data, guys, can be processed. It just needs to be converted in the form of numbers. And the advantage is computers already use numbers. Whatever you store, even this screen, That is a number, right? Those are pixel values, those are numbers. That's a major advantage for us. So any data can be processed by ML. Now let us come to machine vision. What is computer vision or machine vision? Both are basically same. It's simple, guys. You need to have a live camera that is looking at something, and behind that camera, an AI needs to be running. It needs to be analyzing what is what. For example, object recognition, face recognition, whatever it is. It can be a specific task or a generalized task like the Terminator. Whatever it views, it is able to analyze, and it's able to do a lot of computing. Okay. In industry, when we made some projects for the industry, quality control projects. When they build something, okay, we did a tire project for industry, which I'm not allowed to tell the name of the industry, but then they have done, I mean, after they finish making their tires, people go and manually inspect them. If there are any small, scratches, if there are any small bursts, which can kind of lead to a catastrophic failure later on. Yes, those are visual inspection, but manually, inspecting the tires is basically a very difficult process, because tires are basically very heavy. Handling them is a full challenge. So they wanted to
Srini, can you represent again, please?
Yeah, all right, sir. Thank you so much. And there you go. Yeah, so basically manhandling those heavy tire objects were very slow. So they asked us a program, can you do this? We told yes. And with the camera, when the tire comes in the conveyor belt, we have an area in which we have programmed that this is how a good tire looks. Any changes from that, if the tire is bad, it will automatically capture the areas and it will notify us if there are any issues. So in that way, it was easily made. A very simple program, but that can save a lot of time in your industries. All right, let us see some applications. So we have Google Lens, Amazon Go, we have a self-driving car, and the Honda Asimo. Some of you might know some of these things. Now it is time to see what is what, and let us see a video on what is AI basically, and then we'll start from that. Okay, so it starts now. There you go.
I am AI. Accelerating your discoveries to solve the great challenges of our time. I am a visionary, bringing characters to life, more natural movement, generating brilliant new worlds for them to explore, and inventing new ways to bring out the creative genius in us all. I am a protector, leading the way into the most dangerous environments, and searching for signs of life. I am a guardian, listening for the sounds of destruction to save our forests, and using satellites to bring freedom to those who are enslaved. I am a navigator, finding safer paths for cross-country deliveries and taking personal travel to new heights. I am a scientist, exploring ocean data to understand extreme weather patterns and study the building blocks of life to save a community from hunger. I am a healer, giving hope to those who suffer from the most challenging diseases. tapping into the brain to rejuvenate paralyzed limbs. I am even the composer of the music you're hearing. I am AI, brought to life by NVIDIA, deep learning, and brilliant minds everywhere.
All right, look at that. Fine. We saw a lot of lot of different applications. Which was the domain that you liked? So kindly leave in your chat box so we can know what is your favorite domain from the video. Okay, Ashwin says that was a great video. Yes, it is. Thank you. Okay, Kasturi says healthcare, navigation, protector, ghost robot. Yes, it is inspirational, said by Kafi. Scientists. Okay, Nisha says satellite. Okay, so many visionary scientists and so on. Okay, that is great. Now, we saw those 4 applications in our PowerPoint slide, right? Let us take a peek into that. First, let us see. Amazon Go.
4 years ago, we started to wonder, what would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers. Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it back. Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. So, how does it work? We used computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find in self-driving cars. We call it Just Walk Out technology. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going. Amazon Go. No lines, no checkout. No, seriously.
Awesome, right? It has been used from 2017. I guess not in India. If this comes in India, Amazon will go and lose. You know what I'm telling, right? All right. So basically, you know what happens? They have a lot of cameras surrounded around the store, and you just need to walk in after registering your account. You just walk in, grab your item, walk out, and you'll be automatically charged for what item you have grabbed. So how does it do? It uses those cameras, and then, of course, it used a few technologies, namely 3 technologies. What were those technologies that they have said in the video? Let's see who gets it right in the chat box. They said it works using these 3 technologies majorly. Let's see who has got the answer right. Okay, Anisha says mission. Daniel, Akshitan, maybe people say deep learning. Yeah, sensor fusion, computer vision. All right, very good, guys. You have done a good job. It is.
When you leave, our Just Walk Out. So how does it work? We used computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find.
Very good. So computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion. Very good. Now let us look at the next application, which is the Google Lens.
Lens mode and lets it do its magic. Ooh, a bromeliad, nice.
Yeah, I already knew that.
Right, because you know we're into horticulture.
Yes, very much.
Now I'm gonna see where we get this nice lamp from.
I made this lamp by hand.
Look like you bought it there, Teddy. If you won't tell me, Google will. And ordered.
Yo, don't
Okay, here comes the Tesla self-driving car, a quick glimpse. Okay, let me tell you about the Google Lens first of all. So basically it's an AI camera. It's an app which you can download from your Play Store, or probably it's already there in the Google Assistant, okay? So download Google Lens, then point it at an object. Let's say you have a laptop, point it at the laptop. It will be able to identify that it's a laptop, and it doesn't just stop there. It will identify what laptop that is exactly, what is the model of the laptop. And then it doesn't even stop over there. After it has identified what is the model of the laptop, it even goes online, searches the laptop buying links for it. It finds the Amazon links, and it gets you the links so that you can buy it. Awesome, right? That is Google Lens. It has been around for a few years and we hardly know about it. Okay, doesn't matter. And there you go. The most common self-driving car, Tesla. They are the leaders in AI, guys. Seriously, Elon Musk has done a lot of, he's given a lot of investment for AI. I'm sure that he'll be one of the world leaders of AI. Okay, just a small glimpse of the video.
In 2000, Honda unveiled ASIMO,
And there you go,
which stands
Honda
for
ASIMO.
Advanced Step in Innovative Mobility. Nice to warm up before any physical exercise, even if you're a robot. And as well as run at 6 miles an hour, ASIMO can walk backwards and hop. You can also kick a ball, so time for a quick robot versus human penalty shootout. That's 1-0 to the Autobots. But is ASIMO as good at saving a shot as it is at taking one? Looks like Honda hasn't trained ASIMO to be a goalkeeper just yet.
Look at that, an AI that was, that AI robot was built 20 years ago. Awesome, right? Honda had done such a great innovation. I just gave you a glimpse about Elon Musk in the previous application, right? Today is actually Elon Musk's birthday. I was thinking, okay, let's see who gets it and tells me in the chat. Okay, doesn't matter. Now, let us go back to our presentation and let's get more insights about AI. Okay, now a quick question, guys. In this era, what does the term Apple mean? What do you mean by Apple in this era, in this 2020? Kindly leave it in the chat box so that we can know what it is. Okay, fruit phone, Sri Vidya says. Okay, iPhone, smart and secure iPhone, fruits. Oh my God, many people say iPhone more than fruits. So it looks like most of us use iPhone and we don't eat the apple fruit, am I right? Okay, yeah, good guys, good. Now, there you go, you are right. So we have the Apple logo and here we have the green apple. What is this on the left? I'm waiting for you guys to answer. So we have the Apple logo, we have a green apple, and what is this on the left? Okay. Real apple. Okay, here is the pun. It is not a red apple, but it's an apple. So our mind kind of gets trained in that way. It's a fun, cool psychological experiment that I came up with. All right. So we have the Apple logo, we have a green apple, and we have a normal apple. Yes, for information. You can call it red apple. It doesn't matter, guys. Okay, but it's a good one, right? Now, how are we able to identify what is what? We have an apple over here, a green apple, and this apple, the Apple logo. How are we able to identify it? Based on 3 features, basically the color, shape, and the texture. Am I right? So this is in a red color. it has weird shape, red, green, and a gray color, and all of them have slightly different shapes. And finally, look at their textures. We have, a slightly dotted texture, a bleached one, and a gradient. So when you give an image, this is how the machine sees it. Basically, what is an image? It is basically a pixel values. If you take a pixel over here in the white, that white pixel is a combination of 3 colors. Okay, if you take up the smallest, what is the smallest building block of a screen? It is a pixel. So when you say the resolution 1080p, it is actually 1920 into 1080 pixels, right? So 1920 pixels horizontally and 1080 pixels in the vertical direction. So if you multiply them 1920 into 1080, that is the total number of pixels that are available. So each pixel consists of 3 LEDs in the back. Yes, mostly we use LED for lighting. So let us consider LEDs. Okay, we have the red, green, and the blue LEDs. Okay, so basically a pixel is a combination of these 3. So one pixel has 3 numbers. Each pixel has 3 numbers. The numbers go from 0 to 255, meaning if the numbers are 0, 0, 0, R, G, and B, all of the 3 are off. Those LEDs are off. But if the values of those are 255, 255, 255, all of the 3 will glow brightly, and the combination of that gives a white color. All right, so that's how an image is converted into that's how numbers are converted into images, to be honest. Then what about a bright red color? So RGB, right? 255, 0, 0. That's how a pixel looks. All right, great. Now, not just knowing the color, shape, and texture, those are the features. So when a machine needs to learn something, the features need to be extracted. For extracting the features, there are different algorithms. But basically, let's consider these 3: the color, the texture, and the shape. Okay, so using particular algorithms, those features are being extracted. When you consider feature extraction techniques, we have so many of them. All right, so basically, okay, a quick question, guys. When you are making a machine learn something, okay, let's say you need to make the machine learn that this is a laptop. How many images do you need? A quick question. To make a machine learn, let's say a banana, to teach the machine that this is a banana, how many images do you need? That's a good question. Okay, Madhurima says 10,000. 3 tons of images, says Yashwant. Naren says a lot. So basically, you guys know the answer, around 10,000 images. It is because, let me give you a small example from this slide, okay? We are creating a new mission, okay? It doesn't know anything. We have a sheep over here. We are showing the mission that this is how a sheep looks. We are giving this image, okay? Then after you have given the image, we test the mission with this image. We pass this image to the mission and ask whether it's a sheep or not. And the sheep, and you know what the machine will say? It will say, yes, this is a sheep, because it has got only one image, and most of it is green in the initial image. Okay, we are now giving another image with green. So it will think, okay, whatever we get so much of green, that is how a sheep looks. That's how the machine will learn. To avoid this, what we need to do is we need to give it multiple images in multiple backgrounds, from multiple different viewpoints, from different scale, a small goat, a big goat, or the same goat in a zoomed perspective and zoomed out perspective. Then occlusions are one of the major challenges. You don't need to give occluded images, but then those are one of the challenges. Finally, illumination, one of the major challenges, guys. So if you see these, you know what? Both of them are cup. We don't find much difference. But if you see the pixel value, this has a white one. It might be around 200, 200, 200. But then the same image in a different illumination, this might be around 80, 80, 80. So in the pixel values, those numbers, that is what the machine learns from. That is what the machine sees. So when that gets changed drastically, that's a major challenge. That's why when we are training something, we have to make sure that we use it from different illuminations. Okay, that is a major challenge. That's what we need to keep in our mind. Next, intra-class variation. All of them are charts, but then each of them are different. So these are intra-class variations. If you see the pixel values, they are different, but then those are basically classes. Those are basically chairs. Okay, so we need to make sure that we are giving different kinds of chairs and different illuminations, different scale variation, viewpoint, backgrounds, and so on. We do have some methods to kind of get around them, but so far you need to keep this in your mind. Now let us come to machine learning. What are the three types of machine learning that we saw? The first one is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. All right. First of all, what is supervised learning? Let me teach you that through an example. Okay, we have a cat. We have so many images of cats and dogs, and these are the features, guys. Okay. What we will do is we will look over here. We have cat and we have dog, right? We have a folder called as cat and dog, and within those folders we have so many images of cats, different cats. Namely 1,000 images, and here we have dogs, another 1,000 images of different dogs. So in supervised learning, what we generally do is we create folders and put all of them. That is, we create different folders and we put the pictures of the respective item into that folder. For example, we have cat and we have dog. So we let the machine know that this is a cat, and that's how it looks. So we tell them that we label it. This is how a cat looks, and we give it the data. So that is supervised learning. Okay. Meanwhile, let me run a small Python script and let the machine perform supervised learning. We have the cats, dogs, and pandas, right? Let the machine go through all of them. Let it learn this is how a cat looks, this is how a dog looks, and so on. A small AI is running in the background. Let it train. Okay, so this is supervised learning. But then what is unsupervised learning? Look on the left. You do not have the cats or dogs. You don't have any labels. Ooh, hold on. We do not have any labels on the left. So basically, if you have a mixture of images, okay, cats, dogs, snakes, whatever, if you've gone to a forest, you took different photos of different animals, you might have like 20,000-30,000 pictures of different animals. But if you want to group them sitting manually, it might take days and multiple hours. So what you can do is you can write a small code in which you can use unsupervised learning, and based on the features the machine sees, it'll group the images. Okay, let's say the cats have pointy ears and a fluffy tail and so on. If it sees those features, it'll group them separately. Okay, basically machine sees the features in numbers, not like we see. It sees different set of features, but here is the idea. You put lots of images in one folder and you ask the machine to segregate different pictures. For example, we have 3,000 pictures of dogs, cats, and pandas, right? I'm sorry, if you put it in a folder and ask an unsupervised learning to separate them, they will do that for us. Okay, so the machine has learned how a dog looks, how a cat looks, and how a panda looks. So it has learned that, and now it is giving prediction. So what is this? An image of a panda. On the top, it says panda. Trust me, guys, the way the program has been done is, we have shown after the machine has learned, we have given some test samples, okay? We have given some test samples, and this is the machine's prediction. The machine is predicting that this is a panda. So we have like 6 predictions done, 6 different sample images. We have a dog over here, and that is correctly said that that is a dog. There you go, it's a panda. Very clearly stated by the machine. A cat, again, a right guess. Once again, it has found a cat right. We got all of the images correct, but this is a cat. From those different samples, we got all of them right. From those 3,000 images, we took 6 samples, and when we look at them, those were right. the actual accuracy when the mission tested for itself, it tested using, I don't know, probably 300 images. And it has found that the mission has got 100% accuracy, meaning whatever image was shown to it, it did a good job. Okay, it found it perfectly. And out of the different machine learning algorithms available, I've used the random forest algorithm. All right. Moving on, semi-supervised learning. Let's say you have certain things, okay? You're going to teach the machine that this is how a cat looks, this is how a dog looks, and so on. Whatever you have already grouped and you have a perfect data, use your supervised learning. Whatever you don't have them grouped already, use unsupervised learning. Okay, so a common practice is group the unknown stuff with unsupervised learning, slightly glance through them, correct your data set, and then ask the supervised learning to learn from it. Okay, finally, reinforcement learning. All right. Basically, what reinforcement learning is, let us see that through a small video. Let's see it through a small video. There you go. So let me tell you what happens. We have an environment created. We have the actor, which is the car. What we do is the environment is created, and the car has inputs in the form of sensors. Okay, it can sense the object. These lines are the virtual sensor data. Then it knows its position on the map. The actions it can perform is it can go forward, backward, left, or right, or combinations of them. Okay, its achievement, what it needs to achieve is it needs to go and park in its correct location. Okay, so in other forms of learning, we give data of how people go and park it. But in reinforcement learning, it is superb, guys. We create our environment, we create the actor, we give some rewards and penalties. For example, if it goes and crashes, it's going to get penalized. What is the reward? Basically numbers. If it gets penalized, it might get a lower reward or minus or whatever it is. It'll get a penalty. Or if it does the task correctly, which is if it goes near the parking slot, it'll get a higher reward, and it will keep getting higher and higher rewards. The moment it reaches its parking spot, it'll get the highest reward and the round will reset. Likewise, if the car goes away from the parking spot, its reward will get reduced. If it crashes something, okay, if it does something that is not acceptable, it'll get a penalty and the round will reset. So basically, we create everything, we create rules and regulations, and the car is learning to drive. Look now, after 15,000 attempts, this is the status. After 20,000 attempts, it's got a decent parking. And after 3 lakh attempts, look at this. It has learned to drive decently. Now, the major advantage with reinforcement learning is the car has virtually simulated and it has learned to drive and park it in the parking spot. So it has some kind of knowledge, right? It has some kind of knowledge stored. The major advantage is if you create a real life environment like the parking slot, and if you create a car which has all these sensors and the driving capabilities, basically if you create a real setup like what you have done in simulation and you copy the knowledge from the car to that, it is going to automatically drive and park it in real life. That is one of the major advantages. So if you need to do something in real life, you can create a virtual environment of that, run reinforcement learning, and make your machine do the task. That is awesome. So here is a small clip. The car has learned to park itself, right? What they have done is they have copied the knowledge into 2 cars. So both cars are trying to fight to get the parking spot. Just a small clip. Awesome, right? Now here is another short clip. Google is basically creating different things, and here we have a 4-leg spider. It has learned to walk and jump on its own. Reinforcement learning. Look at how it is running. It wasn't taught how to walk or run. Just by using reinforcement learning, it has learned to walk, run, whatever it is to achieve its position. Funny, right? All right, I really enjoyed that video. Okay. Now we have almost come to the end of the session. And basically here is the workflow, guys. We give the images or whatever data it is, feature extraction will be done, and the machine learning algorithm will learn based on the labels we are giving. So if we say a cat and give the data, the machine will learn this is how a cat is. Then finally, in the prediction, you will give some kind of input data. Let's say you give an image of a cat. Again, the features will be extracted and it will compare with the previous knowledge. That is the classifier model. And finally, it will label it whether it's a cat or not. Okay, now Abhishek has a question. In unsupervised learning, basically unsupervised learning is separating different classes, right? Does it know this is how a cat looks? Does it know this is how a dog looks? That is a very good question, Abhishek. Basically, when you give it so many images and ask it to, categorize it, it will say label 1, label 2, label 3, label 4. It doesn't know what is what. Okay, that was a good question. Now let us take a little peek at the artificial intelligence revenue, how people are investing on it. So we have the data. It has been growing, and people are predicting that it will keep growing. Once again, AI over here. Nice. So embedded AI market, that is not just software. You can use hardware also. So a combination of hardware and software, like the Asimo you have seen, that is like embedded AI market. Of course, the Tesla. So we have so many different markets for embedded AI. So that's why we have a great future, guys, in artificial intelligence. Okay, so here are some of the users in real life. They are trying to do some drug discovery, diagnosis. Even we have, in our machine learning course, you'll have how to predict a cancer patient, how to predict a diabetes patient, and so on. Okay, and like that, we have so many users. Just go to Google and see the different applications. You'll get 500, 600 applications. All of them are awesome. Okay, fine. Now it is time for a game. Okay, I believe all of you have your phones ready. All right, guys, are you ready for a game? If yes, type yes in the chat box. Okay, almost all of us are ready for the competition. Fine, just a second. All right. There you go. So basically, you need to go to www.kahoot.it. Okay, go to kahoot.it. If you're using your laptop for this webinar, I would highly recommend you to use your phone. Otherwise, open a new tab and use it. Okay. If you're already using your phone, just do something and open kahoot.it, because it's like a multi. What is that? It's like an MCQ game, like the Core Pateka Crorepati. Okay. You'll have the question over here on the screen, and you'll get 4 options. Okay, based on those options, you need to choose one of them, or maybe more than one of them. It depends upon the question. So you'll get the question and the different answers in your screen, and you have to choose the right answer from your own device. Okay. So you know how to win this. First of all, give the correct answer, yes, but that's not enough. You need to be the fastest one to give the correct answer. So we have a certain number of questions. So if you give the right answer the fastest, you'll get the highest score. So by the end of the quiz, whoever has the highest score, they will be the winner. All right. Join. We'll start the quiz in 1 or 2 more minutes after all the people have joined. Okay, you can find the game pin over here. Look at this. Okay, guys, the session starts in 1 more minute. If you're trying to join, just buckle up. Do it as fast as possible. All right. Are there any more players trying to join but unable to join? Just kindly let us know in the chat box. All right, I think we can start the session in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. By the end of the first question, you'd have got orientated. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the session starts now. Here is the question and the 3 answers over here. All right. Conscience, does AI automatically know that this is right, this is wrong without being teaching? No, it doesn't, at least as of now. So AI does not have conscience at the moment. Forget the Indian movie. Okay, so Vishal is on the leaderboard now. I believe he has given the right answer the fastest, followed by Namrit, Adi, Akshay, and Namrit. Oh, he's using 2 accounts, right? Okay, moving on to the next question. Okay, AI can be more intelligent than all of the humans. I didn't say it, Elon Musk did. So if you have any, if you want to object it, you can go to him. All right, if you've been following Musk, then you'd have noticed that he has a talk on how powerful AI can be. And in that, he said AI can be more intelligent than all of the humans put together. Okay, the AI leaders are actually scared. If you had viewed the movie Terminator, whatever, AI, once they have gained enough consciousness, people are afraid that will it turn back, will it fight us, and will it kill us all? Okay, that is they are really, really afraid. If you actually view, okay, we shall still in the lead, and we have Achi, Yash, Yashu, Gaushi, and Madesh following next, and the next question goes on. Okay, you know the answer. So machine learning, deep learning, basically reinforcement learning and deep learning comes under machine learning, whereas concentrated learning does not. All right, very good. Let's see any changes. Okay, the same leader. Moving on to the next question. Okay, so basically, to be honest, for artificial intelligence, we cannot say that this is what is this is what is this at the moment. Okay, but it was started with the objective to be achieved, that AI should, think like humans. That was the objective they started with. Moving on to the next question. Now, it's a multi-select option, guys. So basically, all of the 4 companies that you're seeing are kind of leaders of AI. Google, YouTube comes under Google. Then IBM Watson, if you're aware of it, they have so much of AI services that you can use. Okay, you can do the machine learning, deep learning, computer vision, whatever it is, you can do it without coding. They are providing that AI service, but you have to pay for it, yes. But they provide a lot of AI services. They also have the IBM Watson, the child, which is around 3 years old, the completely AI child. You can kind of Google about it later. Okay, yes, moving on to the last question. Okay, up to 17 places. Madhurima is the highest climber now. Moving on to the next question, guys. Last question. Now. All right, very, very good. I'm very happy with the results. All these come under artificial intelligence, but web development, web design does not come under AI right now. Okay, so let's come to the prize distribution. And if you have, during the prize distribution, you can unmute yourself and we can clap for the winners when I say, okay. So there you go. Let's see who's got first. Oh, third. Rai has got 3rd place. 2nd place is backed by Yashu, and the 1st place is backed by Vishal. Yes. Now we can unmute ourselves and give claps. Daniel and Uday are runners. Wow. Great. Thank you so much, guys. You can mute yourself back. Okay, so any more questions? We are actually at the end of the session. Before we wind up, do you have any more questions that it needs to be cleared? I did see a few questions. Am I audible now? Am I audible now, guys? Yes or no? Okay, I'm audible. Fine. So any more questions, technical questions? Thank you, guys. Any more technical questions that needs to be cleared? We'll let you know about the price distribution, guys. Savan sir will come in a minute and he'll let you know. But okay, tell me the difference between unsupervised and supervised learning again. Basically, if you say supervised learning, you will give data. Okay, you will give data to the machine and tell what data that is. That is supervised learning. If you blankly give data to the machine and ask to segregate the data, that is unsupervised learning. Okay. Is data science different from AI? Basically, data science means, to be honest, in artificial intelligence, currently 75% of the job is done by data science guys. The rest 25% is done by us. So if you get a real life data, okay, you need to get the data, clean the noise, and fill up the missing values, pre-process the data. All of this is done by data science. Then afterwards, after it has learned everything, then it comes to AI and the machine will learn and predict. Okay, so data science has a very big part of AI, and even data science guys learn the basic things of AI like linear regressions and so on. Okay, that is the question. What type of learning should be done in order to enter into the robotics field? Okay, so basically we have two kinds of robotics: the industrial robotics and mobile robotics. Okay, if you say industrial robotics, you might have seen factories in discoveries or discovery science, or probably even in an industrial visit, they'll have multiple robots working on it, right? So those contain AI. Let me give you a simple example. This process is called as palletization. Lot of items will be coming. The robot needs to pick and arrange them onto a pallet. Okay, pallet is basically a wooden board. The items which need to be transported will be arranged on the pallet. So the robot will have camera, it will see, it will decide how to arrange the items automatically. So that is called as palletization. That is one of the examples of AI used. So if you go into industrial robotics at the moment, I don't know how hard it is to get into the highest thing. That is, you will create the AI. Basically, in robotics, what you need to do is you need to get the robot. They already will have a package, like libraries used in your coding, right? I'm sorry. They will have the packages. You need to import the package and say, okay, this is the object that I want to pick and place in this palette. You just need to give what objects you will be placing and where you will be placing it on what palette. And then the AI will do the rest of the work for you. And all the picking, placing, automatically screwing stuff, all that is done by AI in a robotics field. Next, what is pixel values in AI? Pixel values is not in AI. The building block of your screen, one dot is 1 pixel. Okay. Next. Then how? Okay, you said AI is unconscious. No. I'm not telling conscious or unconscious. It is conscience. It's an entirely different term. Just Google conscience and you'll learn the difference between it. Okay, you are a mechanical engineer. What should be your learning part to AI or ML? So even I am a mechatronics engineer, a guy from the mechanical robotics and electronics background. I just started. What should you do your learning part to AI and ML? Basically, you need to learn Python, then learn how to use AI. Savanand sir, we do have courses on that, and Savanand sir will be happy to address you on that. Any more technical questions? Okay, what is your first step to enter into the robotics? You don't have a BTech background, says Nimrit. What is the bridge between physics and AI? Yes, you can run a lot of simulations of physics. You have those fluidic matters, right? Those fluids, how they flow. And there are a lot of things that can be simulated and generated by AI. Okay, there is a lot of simulation for physics that is run by AI currently. What is the difference between AI and IoT? AI, you know what it is. IoT is basically, let me give you a small example. Let's say a smart curtain in your home. When you press some kind of button, the curtain will open and close. It's not smart. If it is smart, it should. Okay, if it is smart, it should automatically open the curtains when there's sunlight. Otherwise, it should close. It is already smart. But what is IoT? When that curtain is connected to the internet and you are able to control it through the internet. So that is Internet of Things. Let's say a smart door, garage door. Many people already use it. You need to click a button on your phone and your home's garage door will open. So you have multiple things. You basically connect it with the internet, and that is IoT. Base programming language for AI Manjubhashini is Python, obviously Python. And what is random forest algorithm? Okay, we shall. In machine learning, we have lots of different algorithms. All of them work differently. So if I start with random forest, we need to go from the basics. That's why I haven't, when you can find more details about it in our course. Okay, a person learning data science, what to learn for AI. See, in data science itself, you will learn a lot of how to handle your data, and then finally you will have a glimpse of AI. If you want to explore the other areas of AI, you can definitely. Self-learning is the way. Thank you, says by Harita Karan. Okay, thank you so much. Why can't we use our programming language? Obviously you can, but we use Python. We support for Python because in Python, you're not limited with the libraries, but in our language, it is a statistical language, to be honest. So if you need to run some kind of statistics or data science, most of it can be done in R, but the syntaxes are not intuitive. It is not natural. So you have to learn and do. But in Python, it's basically intuitive. You've got tons of library. You can just go read whatever documentation, grab the code, modify it for use, and build it rapidly. Okay. Next, any more questions before I hand over the mic to Sanan sir? I think that's it. Thank you so much, guys. All of you were lovely. Thank you. I hope you had a good insight on artificial intelligence. Hope you have learned something useful for your future. And I believe all the common misconceptions are gone. So thank you so much. And a special thanks to Sanan sir for providing this opportunity for all of us. Thank you, sir. You can continue from here.
Hi guys, so how did it go today? So did you enjoy the webinar? Did you learn new things? So how was the webinar? I would like to hear your feedback. I'll just type. Awesome. Very informative. It was good. Great. Fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Gill. Anyway, good. Very good. Interesting. Very good. Useful. Great. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot for your feedback. So guys, so this is why we don't want to stop from here. So everybody, who made the payment, we'll be giving you a separate access for the next 7 days to access our course. The actual course is around 3,000 rupees, but we are giving it free for all those who are registered in our webinar. The only reason is we want you to learn a skill, and the next thing what we want to do is we want you to teach others. For example, for all those people who attend our webinar, they are doing the webinar, for other people. So that's how we are forming a community. So all those people who are are enrolled into our community, we will give you a separate link to join our webinar. So I think I'm able to. Am I audible now, guys? Okay, good. So separate link to join into our web community. So each day you can take up the course. If you have any doubts or question, you can post it in the WhatsApp, and anyone will answer you. It's just not that you need to wait for the trainer to answer you. Anybody in the community will answer because already they're completed. And so far we have 99% of people who have completed the course. Out of all those people who have taken the 99% is still remaining 1% are people who are yet to complete. So by end of this year, we really want to create at least 1 lakh students in artificial intelligence. Just imagine the the bandwidth or the creation which you get. Now you just saw all the videos, right? AI videos. Now that's already in place. People have already done that. But what we are doing, we're just starting with Python. Okay, but the good thing is nothing is on live. Like everything is on research stage. Just imagine when products are getting rolled out, how many job vacancies will be there. And the beauty is you can create your own AI products. That is the best thing about it. So it gives you the power of creativity. Only few people realize that there is no age restrictions at all. Do you know we have 9th standard student in our webinar? we had 8th standard students and 12th standard students. We have BA, BCom. Okay, I had a 62-year-old, who attended the webinar last time. He has completed the artificial intelligence. So it's age is nothing, related to AI. So it's something, a new platform which has grown now, and which is changing or shaping the world. Even for COVID, do you know how fast the vaccines are being done, especially because of data science and because of AI. So what I want you to do is just don't stop, with the webinar or the course. Keep sharing your knowledge, because I believe, like, when you train others, you will learn fast. This happened in my engineering as well. I think people who are engineering students, they will know the value of a friend teaching you before the exam. Don't you? How many of you felt that you learned actually a lot from your friends than your professors or lecturers? A day before exam, you finish 3 units, 5 units, 10 units. So that's something, how many of you experienced it? So do you have any engineering students here? Have you experienced that? Yeah, so we used to teach my friend over the phone, even during the bus travel, we used to teach our, our friends, come on, I'll do this unit. We used to, finish a unit during the bus travel itself. The one hard-hitting truth which you're facing right now is the lockdown. We don't know when it's going to go end. Okay, so when there's a point of time, only when there are skilled people will get employed, will start earning. That is something is very, very, very difficult. Even the people who have got placed now, there's no guarantee that the company is going to call them, because the companies are already laying off people. So my sincere request is, utilize this opportunity, utilize this period. This is a time for you to upskill yourself. You have to be one step, ahead. Don't worry about your, just your degree or books and stuff like that. Okay, that will get you the knowledge, but the skill will happen only when you practice. Okay, it's just not that you need to get our course. There's loads of stuff on YouTube also. You can access those, and you can get your stuff done. Because what we do is, normally we don't invest on ourselves. We never invest on ourselves. Okay, let it go, let it go. We just keep saying. Okay, but we spend 200 or 500 rupees on a Swiggy every day. There are people I know who do that. Okay, but it's the last time you invest on it. People who have invested here, you actually invest your time. So don't look at it as a cost or fee. Start looking at it as an investment for yourself. Because don't be cheap to yourself on the journey to success. That's something which I remember, because that is the way I am here. Because I am a student who had 32 years in my 4th year. I was told you can't become an engineer, you will not be fit for anything in your life. But when I completed my 4th year, I came out without in a single area. Now I have 2 companies. I am funding companies. We have startups. So we can do that. If you have come up with a good idea, we can support you and we can move to the next level. So all those people who are behind me are just students. Okay, apart from the trainers, everybody is students. The people who are organizing this, who are setting it up, collecting payments, sending you emails, setting up the meeting ID, talking to you. It's all by students. It's a community, because they are in, because they like it. Okay, so thank you guys for being a part of it. Now what I would do is, I will ask one of my trainers to give you a demo on mask recognition. Okay, a couple of demos which he has. I'll ask him to show you that. That has been done by us, and we have proposed to the government as well to detect whether people are wearing masks or not. Sabrish, are you ready?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so just watch the demo and get back. Yes, Sabrish, you can take it away.
Yeah, is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, okay, fine. So here we will be seeing a basic demo of the mask detection. So in this, I will just showing you the prototype of what we have did. So I'll not be showing you the complete solution what we have did, just a prototype of it. So we have used like a transfer learning algorithm for this. Like we'll be using a pre-trained model, and that is MobileNet V2, and we'll be using that. We'll be just changing the top layer of the MobileNet V2 algorithm. So this is like something deep learning which you might not be aware of it. So I'll be just showing you the demo of it. Second. So since it is a deep learning, it needs like a huge processing. So since my laptop doesn't have much processing speed, it takes like 1 minute to take over the program. It takes like 1 minute to start the program. So just we'll be waiting for it. So hope the video stream is visible for everyone. So in this, you will be seeing a frame like a window named frame. So in this window, you'll be seeing my face and a bounding box around my face. So in this, it is saying like there is no mask, and the accuracy is like 97 to 99% there is. Okay. So when I wear a mask, what happens is like let me just take a kerchief and just let it be like a mask. So here, if you see like if I am just wearing a kerchief, it is okay. It is going to be a mask, right? So because of lighting conditions, it is like changing from mask to no mask. So because if the camera quality is good, you will be just getting always mask. So now if you see like let me just yeah. So probably you will be getting like we'll be getting like 90% of accuracy when we wear mask. So we have did like to just log the person who are not wearing a mask. So the whole solution is to just log the persons who are not wearing a mask, and just to intimate to the police or to the government people who are not wearing the mask, and to impose fine over them. So this is like a basic one which we have did. This is just a prototype and not the complete solution I am being shown here. So this is like a face mask detection. Okay. So recently we have done another thing is like assignment. We used to write assignments, right? So we might think like why don't we just have a like algorithm like which could just convert whatever we type into a handwritten script. So that is going to be a good one, right? So people in the colleges just insist us to write assignments, and we'll be just stressed out. So we have just have a good model to just do that. So all we need is like we need to just train with our handwritings like I have shown you, like I'll show you, right? So here is like my handwriting 1 2 3 4. I need to write like all the alphabets and all the numbers and all the alphabets in as well as lowercase and then uppercase, so that it will be just training over this alphabets and special characters and everything. So just I'll be showing you the input and output. 1 second. So where is it? Yeah. So I have written like hello, this is Shabarish, that is in Notepad. So what will be the output of this program is like I'll be showing you a PDF. So let me zoom in. 1 second. So here is the input which I have sent you. Like 1 second. So so I have just typed in hello, this is Sabarish, and this is being converted into a handwritten script by using a simple Python program. All the thing is like we just need a complete data set of handwriting that is being done. Like we need like all the small case and uppercase letters that is being photographed by us. So that is enough for us to write an assignment, right? So that is interesting. So was that two demo was interesting? So just type in the chat box. Was it interesting? Yeah. Yes. Do you think like can you build this the same model by using what you have learned today and what you are going to learn in next 7 days? So it is possible for all of the persons who are just taking up the course. You'll be able to just do the whatever we have did, whatever we have shown like in the demo. So there is a this like which I have shown you last is like whatever you think right in a notepad, it is going to be changed into a handwritten script that is going to be useful for like college students. They will be just cheating their staffs. They will not be just writing assignments. They'll just copy from Wikipedia and just copy paste it like just they will be copy pasting it in notepad, and just the computer does the hard work for us. So that might be a good one, right? So these are the products we have did. So you will also be able to do the same by studying our course. Okay. Okay. Any doubts? So one of the laptop requirements is like you for the basic machine learning model, i3 and 4 GB RAM is well and good, but whenever we going for maximum, like a good specification laptop is like i5 or i7 with 8 GB RAM at least. So if it is like if you have a graphic processor, it is well and good. So basic laptop to have a good if you need to just train a deep learning model, you need like i7 laptop, and it might be like using a graphic card. So MacBook is also used. You can also use MacBook, but I'm not just aware of like MacBook. I'm not just I have not used any Apple products. So should I have to repeat my question again, sir? What is your question?
No. Something that's
No.
not for you.
I got it. So
Yeah.
Pratiksha had asked that. You said that AI is unconscious. Then how is it able to segregate it? No. Being conscious and unconscious is a different term. Conscience is a different term. Conscience is basically manasachi if you're a Tamil one. Okay, so that the AI does not have. But how is it segregating? It is seeing the features, whatever it can see. It is seeing the different features. It is grouping and then segregating. Okay, if you have green balls, red balls, and blue balls in one basket, you are able to segregate all of them, right? You are able to pick the green balls and put it into one basket. You can pick the red balls and put it into one basket, right? So like that, machines are seeing different features and then segregating. Okay, so have you got the answer, Pratiksha? So Daniel is a BCA student. What are the available fields I'm having in AI? A lot. See, don't kind of come with your background. So you have some kind of background. It's for everybody, okay? You might be from different kinds of background. For example, I'm highly interested in artificial intelligence. If you are aware of the world's top robotic companies, ABB, I am the highest level simulation engineer. So I'm from different backgrounds. What we need to see is, we need to see how we can apply AI into our own fields. First, learn AI, fully learn it. Then you will be able to understand how and where to apply AI in your different fields. For example, the industrial project, the tire company, that's a different field. We applied AI for it. Like that, you have different applications in which you can apply your own AI. So medical field, mechanical, whatever it is. Okay, thank you, Pratiksha. Now, any more questions? Is MacBook suitable? Okay, Mr. Talinder. See, MacBook is actually very great for running small pieces of code. Okay, for basic machine learning, it is fine. But if you need to run some deep learning applications, you'd have seen that even Subrich laptop does not have a graphics card. You need to have a proper NVIDIA graphics card that has support for their CUDA engines. Okay, so you need to have a well-versed laptop for that. But if you're already a professional, if you're working somewhere, I would suggest you go with MacBook. Okay, because it is light in weight, sleek and compact. Then if you're already working for an organization, probably the data set is too big, many lakh things. Okay, that is in computer vision data set. They would already have some kind of service. So if you're using a MacBook, write your program, just take 100 or 200 samples, run the code, check if it works. After it works, if it is already very good, use your company's server and run it. Okay. Otherwise, if you are doing a project on your own, you need to do some huge training. Then what you need to do is go to AWS, Amazon, or whatever it is, rent the server. For 1 hour, you can rent a very big server. So what piece of code that can be run by you in like 5 or 6 days can be run in 1 hour with a suitable big computing engine. So rent the server and do it. It really depends upon your application. Okay, can learning ML be a first step to get into robotics field in AI? See, it's basically a skeptical question. If you are really interested in robotics, first choose what kind of robotics you are interested in. See, to be honest, if you learn robotics, the most kind of jobs you might get is being a robot operator. You just need to turn it on, turn it off. Not even a programmer, because the robot programming is already done by the simulation engineer. After they will give all the code. No, they will give all the code. You need to set it up, and calibrate it. So once you get your robot ready, it is going to be running 24/7. You just need to diagnose whether it's good or not. But on the other hand, if you're extremely well with both robotics and AI and the development for software and hardware for that, then there's a very, 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 very odd chance that you might get into the head office of robotics, probably in Germany. Those are the top companies. So yeah, you can start with AI. You can build your own robotics operations. You can build your own robots, actually. Many people have done it. Okay, next, you are a beginner. What are steps to learn? Hey, start learning. That's all. Start learning the course. You first decide what to learn. Getting the quality content is important. Okay, then you need to start on it. First, choose your programming language. We would suggest you use Python. Then under AI, what kind of projects do you need to work? So the way we suggest is, pick a simple project. Do it. You Google on your own. Find it out after learning. I'm telling, after learning the course guidelines for AI. If you need to know what are the topics, just go to the website we have already shared. You can go there, learn the course. Then if you need to do something, a real-time project, choose your project, then start working on it. That's the only way, guys. You have to work on it. There's no other way. Okay, you are a BCA student, so you asked for simulation engineer. Okay, simulation engineer is the highest form in robotics. Let me, just a second, let me show you a small video. Not sure if I have it, but just give me a minute. Okay, Google Drive. Okay, let me share the screen for you. Since you're so interested in robotics, let me share some of the programs that I have done. Since you are interested in robotic simulation, I'm also an engineer for robotic simulation, and here is the video. So this is an actual ABB industrial robot. We have a box coming over here in the conveyor belt. The robot is moving in the linear track, and it is able to weld it. Look at that. Nice, right? So here is one example. Let me show you another one. A simple pick and place. Look at that. Okay, so there's a pick and place. Then this is called as a positioner. It'll adjust in such a way that the robot needs to move minimum, so that the robot will get less wear and tear. Then this is how I built it, a small video, a time lapse. So create the positioner, your objects, position the robot, do a lot of work, a lot of coding and programming, not actual typing code, but it's like this, and you'll get the program ready. Let me show you one final example. No, not this. Where is it? Okay, here is an interesting one. Two robots working together synchronously. So basically, this is robotic simulation. After doing the simulation, after you set up your cell, your robotic cell, you can just copy the virtual code. There will be a code in your thing. You copy the code and give it to the real robot, and it's going to perform exactly like that. Okay. So what was the program used for building simulation? Okay, that is ABB's Robot Studio. If you need to use that software, it costs around 2 lakh rupees for 1 year. The license costs so much. So basically, industries pay for the software and they give us, so we develop the required simulation. Okay, as your how to get into simulation engineering. Seriously, you need to approach the companies, guys. That's the only way. You cannot find courses so easily for that. Why don't you mail ABB Robotics? That's the company I've used over here. Just go, okay, if you're so interested, Google about Robot Studio, okay? Robot Studio, and you search into it and you'll get more information, okay?
And guys, see, one more thing. The first thing which we want you to do is just empty your cups. Okay, just empty your cups while you do the course. Okay, so the first step to learn artificial and machine learning or deep learning is, the first step is Python. Finish Python first. Okay, start doing a program or project on that. Next thing, machine learning. Start doing a project, and then you yourself will know which is your interest. For some people, they wanted to do something, but they ended up doing something. Okay, so the first level to learn is keep your cups empty. That will help you to pour a lot of things, because if you just keep on target on one thing and you learn everything related to that, you might miss out the other diamonds on the way. Okay, so the first step is keep your cups empty and learn it. The next thing is, how many of you using LinkedIn? Okay, so start using a LinkedIn. Whatever the courses you do, whatever the projects you do. For example, simulation engineering. Nirmit, LinkedIn has the platform to connect to all the simulation engineers. So all you have to do is find out the groups who are into simulation engineering, the people who are working in simulation engineering. Show up your work, and you can prove them that, okay, this is what I've done. Give me an opportunity. So LinkedIn is the next big thing where you can actually show your skills to the world. So use a social media platform. I don't know how many of you are using GitHub. Use GitHub, Slack. Okay, these things are helping people to get the job, not just the Instagram and the Facebooks, right? So LinkedIn, kindly maintain your LinkedIn's. Whatever the certificates you do, the projects you do, keep showing it up there, and join into the groups which interest you, so that you will know what is the next thing. So that is the key one. Yeah. So, and people who pay for this webinar, you can just log in, sign in. We will activate the courses for you absolutely free. And the best thing for you guys is, you can buy any course in our community. Okay, if you up to 90% off, which is, I will share a code to you in the group. Okay, so if you use that code, you can get all the courses at 90% off. But I don't want you to do now. What I want you to do right now is just finish the course now. We will having weekly meetings where we'll be discussing some projects as well. We'll be clearing your doubts as well. Okay, so that's something which we want you to do. Yeah, great. So first finish up the course, and anyway to start learning simulation, like what should be my first step? I'm already very late. Okay, so Nirmit, you're never late, buddy. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, don't take too much into it. Okay, just all you have to do is you just have to set up the goals. That's it. Okay, we will try to find out the best thing how you can get into simulation engineering, which we will help you out. Don't worry about that. Okay, so start learning what you got now. Okay, so you can just use the code. I'll share the code to you. Python and anything. You can just use the code. I'll share the code in fact now. Okay, you can get anything at 90% off. Yeah, and attend our weekly meetings. Join our group. Trust me, you will learn a lot. I hope this platform is given perspective to everybody on every department, and I trust that everyone will come out as on flying colors. Yeah. Okay, this is no, you don't need to buy the course. If you've already paid 200 on for this webinar, I repeat again, all those who have already paid 200 in this for this webinar, you don't need to pay for the course. Yes, the course is 3,000 rupees, but that will be provided absolutely free for you, and it is valid for 2 months. So don't. And people, if you're not paid, you can still pay using your Google Pay or our payment link, and you can pay 200, and we will activate the course worth 3,000 rupees absolutely free for you. And that course is actually done by our learners, Mr. Deepan and Jay. They are the people who have been especially been awarded, especially been appreciated by our Dr. Abdul Kalam sir. In 2013, I met them as a student, and after nearly 7 years, we have done train nearly more than I would say like more than 1,000 workshops. So it's an exclusive course. It's a completely hands-on training. Utilize this opportunity and stick with us. And trust me, we will share all the best. And we will not say that we know everything. We learn from you. Okay, we learn from you. We learn from you. And we will give you the best opportunity to share our knowledge with you. Okay, so don't miss out on this.
Looks like there's a network problem. Oops. Let's just wait for 30 seconds. Yeah, Abhishek, you can only preview the course material. We'll activate it for you. Thank you, Tajinder. Thank you. Tajinder, okay.
Sorry guys, I'm back again. Sorry I got cut off due to bad network. Okay, so the next thing which I want you guys to do is, if you really enjoyed this webinar, what I want you to do is just take a screenshot of this webinar, and all I want you to do is just share out your open feedback. So what was the mindset before, what was the mindset now, and what was the mindset after the webinar, and what made you to, what was the cutting edge it has given you. So we would love to hear that from you. So we will share you 4 hashtags. Kindly use that hashtag, so and let the world know that we are up to something, and let's announce the world that we are on a mission to train nearly 1 lakh participants on artificial intelligence. So we will share that hashtag to you. Sabrish, you got the hashtag?
Yeah, I'll be sharing it, sir. Sharing
Yeah,
it.
so kindly use that hashtag. So we are looking forward for some, honest. Please share it in your social media, in your Facebook, Twitter, or even on your WhatsApp. Just kindly send us the screenshot, that we would love to see that for you. Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks for your time. I hope we answered all your questions. Can you tell me the first step to get into? I haven't done any project, but I want to. Sure, Nirmit, just give us some time. Okay, we will find out the best one for you, and we will update you. Yeah, are you there, Nirmit? I don't know whether you're there. Yeah. Okay, just give us some time. Okay, before we just give in, something. We just want to know 100% sure that it will actually help you. Yeah, we will do that for you. Don't worry about it. Okay. Okay. Please share the recording of the session as it gets over. Just now due to classes. No problem with it. We will definitely share this. This video will be there in our. If we go into our courses, there's a course called as community. That's where all the community meetings and these meetings recordings will be there, and we'll be provide you the access for it. So the hashtags are here. Kindly use these hashtags and kindly post it on it. So. Thank you, sir. And someone say LinkedIn. So yeah, we will share it in the group, guys. So don't worry about it. We will activate it for you. You don't need to do anything. Just give us 1 hour time. The courses will be activated for you. Yeah. So any other question? Thank you, sir. Very interesting. So we're looking forward for your feedbacks, and please don't miss out this for. This is very, very important. Let's remember the world about Vision 2020 and our Abdul Kalam's dream. It's not just his dream, the dream of a nation. So it's the technology which is helping the COVID situation right now. So kindly share that. Okay, so I hope you're ready to take up the 7 days challenge, and let me see who completes it first. Yeah, and Vishal, you won the quiz today, and we will be giving you an access to our exclusive how to create a game using Python, absolutely free. The cost of 2,500, but we'll be giving it absolutely free for you. So you will get that access. And any other questions? My LinkedIn ID, I will share it in the group. Thank you, Kasturi Rajan Kansam sir. You're always been a booster for us. Your words, okay, you are always there. He has an experience of more than 35 years. So he's so humble, and trust me, he participates in every workshop, seminars, not just ours. He just keeps sharing, adding his knowledge and keeps motivating everyone. Please continue to do that, sir. It actually gives us a boost for us, to be like you. So thank you very much for being a part of this, webinar, sir. What about runner-ups? I'm so sorry. What's that? Uday Bhaskar Saranan. So there's one winner. But unfortunately, you guys missed the treasure hunter. I don't know how many of you actually found the treasure. You guys missed the treasure. Srini, can you show where the treasure was to them?
Yeah, kindly stop the presentation so I can present my screen. So.
Yeah. Yes, Hridaya Sharma will share it. And guys, see, this webinar content is also available in that free preview of the course. Okay, so don't worry about it.
So here is the treasure chest, guys.
So it was
There you
there,
go.
but I think you guys missed it. You just thought it is this thing and you left it. Okay, good. So great, guys. Thank you. First thing, we're waiting for your feedback on your social medias. So share it and do share it in the group. And the one thing which is happening is when you don't like something, we tell to 1,000 people, and we like something, we say nearly to less than 100 people. That's the survey source. So if you've really enjoyed it, I hope you share about us to the world. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being a part of the session today. Nice meeting you. We'll catch up very soon on our next community meeting. Thank you, everyone. So I couldn't. So no. Okay. So nothing. So when you put a feedback on your social media about us, just copy paste this for four things. So what happens is, what is an hashtag? When someone is searching, use this hashtag. Like if I use AIthon 2020, I can see whoever posted based on that. Okay. So this hashtag connects everyone who was a part of this. So just use this 4 hashtags. Hashtag is for below all your feedback about us. So this exclusively means it's for us. So that's there. Is there any way I can Nirmit Kurana, you can connect with everyone in the community, so don't worry about it. Thank you, Kasturi Kansami sir. Thank you very much. Nitin, if you made the, how did you make the payment, Nitin? Was it through GPay or online? Just get in touch with our team on GPay, right? Okay. So you will, we will pay. Just did you get an email about the link? How did you get the meet link? Was it by an email? Okay. No. So yes, we have shared the link to you. Just sir, how to make the payment, sir? Okay. So we will share you the payment link now. Sabish, just share the payment link, and also we'll share the GPay number to you. You can make the payment through this, and our team will put you through the Nitin, this is for Sri Kumar's answer, not for you. Okay. So Sri Kumar have given you the GPay and the payment link. That's the FourSteps number. Yes, you can say my personal number as well.